Okay, so you finished the quiz and you may want to now do some loops. Now loops are really important because it's a very efficient way of repeating something. A while loop is used when you don't know how many times something is going to repeat. So let's say, for example, we want them to repeat the quiz if they score less than half marks. So if they score less than 2 out of 4, then we're going to get them to redo the quiz. We don't know how many times they might have to repeat this quiz, so we're going to use a while loop. So we're going to set this here, and we're going to say if the score, so let's do this here actually, so the score equals 0 to start with, and we're going to say that while their score is less than 2, so if they score less than 2, then they're going to do all of this. You'll notice that when I press enter, there's an indent because we're following a colon. So actually all of this needs indenting. I'm not going to include the congratulations because that only happens when they score more than 2. So we're going to do format and indent the region. So that indents all of this. So I now know that as long as the score is less than 2, so they start off with 0, score's less than 2, yeah, and it starts asking these questions. And if the score at the end is less than 2, then it just goes back to the top. It doesn't go to print congratulations, it goes back to the top and it restarts. Now you may want to give them a meaningful message, so perhaps we put here, we do an if statement and say if the score is less than 2, we're going to tell them that print, sorry, your score is too low. You will need to retake quiz. When it gets to here, it's just going to loop back to the top. Now if they took the quiz for the first time, they start on 0 and they get 3 questions correct, then what happens is the score isn't less than 2, so in this case it would just go to print, congratulations, your score is 3. It may well be actually, it says here while score is less than 2, you can change this to whatever number you want, because where score is less than 2, that means that if they only score 1 out of 4. If you put less than or equal to 2, that means if they score 1 or 2. So you might actually want to put less than or equal to 2. If the score is less than or equal to 2, sorry, your score is too low, you'll need to retake the quiz, up until they actually get 2 or more questions correct. So that's how you do a while loop, and a while loop is only used when you do not know how many times the loop is going to take place.